Conley kicks to Biyombo. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Matthews, no good.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Aldridge, no one around him. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one. And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting him off.
He's making some changes here. And so that's the end of the first half.
We'll pop a solid.
Getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
On the floor for San Antonio, George. He's in at the point. Aldridge out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Clark in at the shooting guard position.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
And San Antonio has possession following the score by Memphis. And George, here we go. Offline from the high post. The Grizzlies trail by 15. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game.
His first personal foul. First team foul.
And Matthews kicks to Muhammad. Back to Matthews. Conley against Leonard. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Mirotic. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Here is Matthews following the basket by Freak. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Here's Muhammad. Drills the three-pointer. Muhammad's got 9.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Gasol a screen, and Matthews kicks to Muhammad. The 10-footer. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
We've seen some good numbers from Muhammad. 9 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Mirotic. And it's Leonard with the jam.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Outside, George.
Move the ball and stick it too much.
The dish to Aldridge. Takes the 13-footer. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 5 assists tonight. Conley left side. Down low. Olynyk with the steal. And they're running. Ball going up court. Couldn't get it to drop. He's now made 5 of 8 shots. Aldridge against Conley. Here's Mozgov. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent.
Combo, he's checked in for Memphis. Goodwin comes in for Wesley Matthews. Then for the Spurs, Brandon Bass is checked in for Aldridge. Pondexter comes in for Leonard. And Georgia subbed in for Tony Parker. Goodwin kicks to Muhammad. They double-team Conley. 6 to shoot. Wright sets a screen for Goodwin. Out to the right wing. Muhammad. Not enough on that one as it misses.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
The shot by George, wide open. Hits it from three-point range. George has got 15.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
They set the pick. Wright sets a screen. Conley the pass to Wright. And another miss by Memphis. Spurs leading by 19. Passes it to George. This one for 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
You have got to make some kind of a defensive adjustment here. He is just lighting them up from beyond.
Greg, I don't know what else they can do. I mean, even when they've closed out on him, he's still been knocking them down.
Wright sets a screen for Goodwin. He feeds it to Biombo. Trying to find Wright. He's got it now. And the baseline jumper, no good.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
Goodwin dishes to Biombo. They set the pick. Wright sets a screen. Here's Goodwin, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Grizzlies have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And the first one at the line is good. The Spurs making a switch here. And both free throws good for Goodwin. Dishes it to Leonard. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Another bucket added to the lead. They've been the better team in every facet.
And in my opinion, you get extra bonus points, extra eye of the beholder points when you do it the way they're doing it.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. The Grizzlies shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. We've got Matthews. Mozgov is out there with Marc Gasol. Then it's Conley, and it's Mirotic in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finish hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
And George, here we go. Out to the wing. Here's Aldridge. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 8th assist in the game. Conley against Leonard. Conley kicks to Gasol. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
George against Conley. George passes to Leonard. Back to George. And it's San Antonio with another.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Clark, he's checked in for the Spurs.
Ian Clark.
Now here's Conley. Picked by Mozgov. Conley dishes to Matthews. Outside Gasol. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
George against Conley. And George kicks to Aldridge. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Mozgov.
We've seen Aldridge playing a good game here. 10 points and a block.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
And Memphis making a change here. Muhammad's checked in. Here's Gasol. It's hauled in by George. George has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Out to the right wing. And there's the 3-second violation.
Yeah, big blunder there, and that could really cost them.
Yeah, and the timing of it was bad, too. I mean, they're trying to cut down and cut into the lead. Just a tough, bad break there.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Zeller, he's checked in for Gasol. Decker comes in for Mirotic. And Dudley subbed in for Muhammad. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Here's the screen. Matthews passes to Dudley. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Well, you've got to like the focus that they're showing here in the second half. I see a lot more effort as well. I mean, it's amazing when you lock in mentally and bring some energy and intensity, things can pick up in a positive way for you.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead.
Goodwin's checked in for Matthews. The Spurs also with the sub. Brandon Bass is checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Pick by Zeller. And it's Conley penetrating. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The first one falls. Boris Diaz checked in for San Antonio. Dante Exum comes in for Ian Clark. So he gets them both. For San Antonio, they've gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go win. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Exum dishes to George. The shot no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. To the right side. Dudley's shot is good. Dudley's got 5 points in the quarter.
They're on track here in the second half after their less than impressive first half. I mean, I think they came out with some tired legs to start, but they've turned it around. They found some energy, and they look a lot more active and engaged.
Just 5 to shoot. The shot by George, no good. And for Memphis, they're shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. They double-team Conley. Here's Goodwin. It's in there. Conley with the assist. 11 points for Archie Goodwin.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Spurs.
But, Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment to him.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And I'm sure that loss earlier in the year stung a bit because tonight they came out and made all the necessary adjustments, moving them to a record of 1-1 in their 4-game season series against the Grizzlies.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for George. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Wesley Matthews checked in for Memphis. And so Zeller nails both of them. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Greg enjoys that too.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Pick by Zeller. Matthews into the lane. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
George. And Bass kicks to Diaw. And George now top of the key. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Guys, I'm here with Tony Parker. And Tony, there.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He came out of the locker room at halftime and was immediately on fire. That third quarter was his, and he did not hesitate to exert his will.